I watched a CEO of a $30 billion publicly traded company do a live 2-hour pitch to millions of people, and I guarantee he sold billions of dollars. And you know what? It was absolutely incredible. In this video, I'm going to share the 8 key learnings you can apply to your own pitches and demos that I learned from watching him pitch. Number 1, win the hearts and minds and build an emotional connection. So a little context. The whole event was a business conference called Dreamforce put on by Salesforce in San Francisco. It's a 3-day live event with over 40,000 live attenders and millions streaming online. So at the very beginning of the event was a 2-hour keynote by Mark Benioff, the CEO. I had no idea what to expect. I figured he'd share about the business and that'd basically be it. Instead, the first thing they did was share a video that told a powerful and emotional story about one of their customers who's legally blind. It shared how he was blind at a young age, was fortunate to be able to find work in IT. After a couple decades, he decided to start his own nonprofit, helping those who are blind to find a great career, as he uncovered there's a high percentage that were unemployed. He shared that he uses Salesforce's ecosystem to essentially build his whole business and now has a thriving nonprofit helping thousands find work. A truly emotional, impactful story. So after the audience is warmed up by this, the man featured in the video walks on stage and shares his personal experience. I mean, wow, what a way to kick this off with a powerful testimony that was very emotional. So think about your sales calls. Are you sharing stories that are beyond just the logic of the business impact or problem being solved? Are you sharing stories that truly connect? Number 2, surprise and delight. So through this 2-hour presentation, there were 2 key parts that surprised me, and it was a nice surprise from what I expected to be a 2-hour business talk. First is in the early part of the talk. They actually had a Hawaiian couple walk on the center stage. They play the ukulele while singing and dancing a Hawaiian song. The second was halfway through. Dave Matthews played 2 songs. If you don't know Dave Matthews, he was really big in the late 90s and early 2000s. Both these surprised and delighted me. Now, how can you apply this to your sales process? Unless you know some famous musicians, the lesson here is how can you stand out in the experience you provide for your prospect? Are you being boring and treating them like an opportunity that you're just moving through your pipeline? Or are you intentionally thinking about your prospect and standing out? Number 3, sell the problem and opportunity. Now, before Benioff went and started talking about how awesome their new software is, he knew he must ensure the audience was sold that they either had a problem or that there's a better opportunity out there. And there's no better way to lay that out than the current state and where the future is going, along with the potential and all the issues. He educated on the future of AI and how most companies will struggle with implementation based on their data and research. He shared key insights and light on the situation. This is 100% relevant to your sales process. The mistake most make is they get so excited to start presenting and demoing their solution that they don't ensure the customer is 100% aware of the exact problem, the impact, and all the stakeholders that are involved as well. This requires slowing down, doing a proper discovery, and going deep. This may mean you're educating your prospect on their current state and desired future better state. Only once they are sold on the gap will they be open to a solution. Number 4, show a better future. So after everyone sees the big problem, then Benny started to show a better future, a high-level overview of the solution, how it will impact the businesses. He doesn't go in crazy detail and show every possible feature, but simply how it will help overall better future. This is so applicable to how you demo. Are you showing every possible feature, or are you keeping it simple and showing how it solves the biggest and most applicable problems to your prospect? Number 5, handle objections proactively. This was really interesting because all throughout, Benioff and his team would handle objections proactively, whether the audience was aware or not. For instance, I know some small companies might have a negative image of big corporate greed. So as part of the keynote, it was shared throughout that millions of dollars have been donated to charity, all their sustainability efforts in philanthropic events. It was a very smart and strategic move, in my opinion, to do that. Or when they did a live mini demo of the software, they handled the objections of easy use, transition, etc. All of this by intentional design. In your sales process, you know you come across a lot of the same objections over time. How can you proactively overcome objections before they even show up? For instance, if you know prospects are worried about user adoption of new software, how can you show the prospect in advance how your company provides the training, support, and resources so it's a non-issue? You get my point. Number 6, stories that sell. So we all know stories sell, facts tell. This 2-hour keynote had the other story I shared earlier of the blind entrepreneur, but that wasn't the only one. They also shared the story of William Sonoma, Sonoma and their great partnership. They even had the CEO William Sonoma speak for a bit as well. I found this particularly powerful because it was also proactively handling some of the potential objections of, will this work for a large, complex Fortune 500 organization? And also, will this work for a B2C brand? They showed how the partnership allowed William Sonoma to find new revenue streams by converting what seemed to be like B2C to actual B2B customers as a result. In your sales process, you can do the exact same. You can tell specific stories that connect and handle objections proactively as part of your process. When you tell as a story, it sinks in far deeper than just facts. Number 7, leverage your team. I mentioned that I expected a 2-hour presentation of just a CEO talking, but it was far from that. During the 2 hours, aside from what I already mentioned, Benioff had many of his team members come and share insights as well. From the CEO of Slack to a handful of other execs from operations to development that were woven into the presentation beautifully. Each person came to the table with different style and energy that I know resonated. As I think back personally to the biggest multiple 7-figure deals I closed, I never did it alone. I always had other key players from operations, customer success, execs, etc. that are involved in the deal in different means with the same end goal of helping a prospect decide we were the best fit to solve their problem. This is something that is so vital as deal sizes and complexity go up. So think, who can I leverage internally that can bring insight and value to each opportunity? Number 8, curate an experience. So this keynote was a very cool experience, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. As I reflect back, the remaining 3-day conference seemed to be designed to move prospects through the customer awareness journey. From education with 1,500 plus teaching sessions, showing and demoing solutions with full booth design for that, to even workstation areas to get deals or work done. But it wasn't just that. There was intentional design to create an experience, from how they designed all the sets to even fake grass in certain spots to create a better environment. For instance, food and drink was also provided for lunch, so you'd simply stay longer at the conference. There was entertainment with live music. There were celebrities like Matthew McConaughey and Demi Lovato. Basically, it felt like almost like a huge, awesome party. Now, obviously, you probably can't get celebrities to show up as part of your sales process, but the question is, how can you curate a great buying experience for your prospects and stakeholders? From how you run your calls, how you follow up, to how you make it special or different for them. For instance, I had deals that I worked in the past in which we'd have this prospect exec team and stakeholders come to our operation. We literally wrote the red carpet for them, walking with custom name badges, welcome signs, music, etc. To walk into the conference room stacked with healthy treats and coffee, and then taking them around and having them meet internal stakeholders at my org, etc. It wasn't anything crazy, but we were showing them an experience, something they could see and feel. I mean, shoot, was getting box tickets to a basketball game and invited our top prospects to have great FaceTime outside the office that they'll actually remember. So start thinking about how you can curate a great buying experience for your prospects regardless of the deal state they are at. So there you have it, 8 key learnings from watching a $30 billion a year CEO do a 2-hour pitch. Now, if you'd like to see exactly how to best start a discovery call, I'll show you exactly what to do in this next video right here.